I felt as if, you know, I'm never gonna have a girlfriend again. I never even talked to a girl. Like, a girl was never even in my phone talking to me. Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how I remained abstinent for a whole 2 years. And what do I mean by I remain abstinent for a whole 2 years? So abstinence for me for a whole 2 years was I never even talked to a girl. Like, a girl was never even in my phone talking to me. There was never any girl that was texting, Snapchatting. Literally had nothing to do with any girl. I also never hook up with a girl at a party, never had, you know, sex. I wasn't like doing any sort of thing like that with any sort of girl. And I also didn't watch any pornography for a whole 2 years. I actually haven't watched pornography ever since that I was in like 11th grade or something like that. And I know what you're thinking, especially if you're new here and you go check out my other socials. A lot of people tend to do this when I tell them this. A lot of people that I have met, they don't believe me. They're thinking, you know, this kid is 20 years old. He's in his prime to be, you know, going out and hooking up with girls. He's going, you know, he's in his prime just basically like, he's in his prime, he's in his zone. So a lot of people tend to think that, but guess what? I was able to remain abstinent for 2 years. I'm gonna be talking about the effects that it had on my muscle gains, my mental health, and a lot more. And I also got to get going to the gym here soon, and I went on a walk. So let's head back and get going with today's video. All right, everyone. So as some of you guys don't know yet, we can't record anymore at Crunch. It's unfortunate. I actually did like that gym. It was a very clean gym. Now we have to drive 20 minutes out to possibly record at this gym. I'm not even too sure if we're going to be able to record. I'm hoping we can. If we can, this will probably be the new location that we start recording at. But with that being said, we're going to start talking about how abstinence affected my muscle gains in the gym, hopefully. If not, I'm gonna have to talk to you guys outside of the gym somewhere else besides here. So hopefully they let us record. If not, we just got to work with what we got. We probably start like working on a Crunch. Still is what it is. I know a lot of you guys that probably watch my channel have told me at Crunch, like I think 5 people came up to me last time I was there in the evening, and you guys actually said that you guys recognized me off of YouTube, which was actually pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure TikTok as well. So hopefully we can record here. This gym is actually really sick, so if we can, it'll be freaking dope. Let's go.
In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck.
Some of you guys may already know or don't already know, there is no actual correlation that science has proven between muscle gains and abstinence. There's literally nothing that says like you're gonna lose your gains if you beat off, have sex, watch porn. Like, there's literally nothing that says that at all. One thing that I felt like abstinence from a girl, for me at least, when I took those 2 years off, like I matured a lot, and I realized that in those 2 years that I maybe could have spent with a girl, I probably wouldn't have been as focused, and I was able to focus on myself a lot more. So if you feel like you need that, maybe you're young, you're 18, just coming out of college, you might need that if you want to start focusing on yourself, because guess what? I realized like I have my whole life ahead of me, and I gotta start planning and figuring things out before it gets too late.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Real quick, a lot of you guys have been asking me like, yo, what are you doing right now for your workouts? Like, what's the main goal right now? And as I said before, like, I'm never gonna bulk past my abs again. That was literally the worst experience like ever. Just the lethargy was unreal. So we're staying lean, literally just trying to like main gain from here on out. I don't even care if like it takes forever to put on muscle at this point. Like, I like looking, I like being lean. I like look good, feel good. So that's kind of the aspect that I'm rolling with right now, and it's going pretty well.
More, no more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
you guys might be wondering, Levi, how are we right here now? How are we doing this? How are we set up? Well, now I got you guys on a tripod because guess what? You guys all put on the vote on the poll last week that I put up for you guys that you guys want to see more vlogish lifestyle sort of things. So that's what we're doing. So guess what? I invested for you guys and now this is what we're doing. All right, so now the next thing that we're going to be talking about is how does this whole abstinence thing affect your mental health? How did it affect my mental health? Because guess what? It definitely did. Now, in terms of like the mental health aspects, I feel like this only really affects you mentally depending on the person you are and the individual that you are and the motives that you have. Because the abstinence from like girls, for me, not even talking to girls, didn't really even affect me all that much. There's times where I felt as if, you know, I'm never gonna have a girlfriend again. I'm not gonna have a girlfriend for a super long time, but it never really impacted me that much. But I have friends who just, you know, they go without a girlfriend for like 2 weeks and they're freaking out, you know. And the sex thing, it was like the same thing. It wasn't like I was gonna die without it. Like I didn't feel as if I truly really needed it. And I'm gonna take these off because guess what, it's not even that sunny anymore. It was actually super sunny earlier and Mackenzie actually stopped by. It's funny enough, we were just both taking pictures in like the same area, so we took some pictures. And then also the fapping thing, I feel as if the fapping thing will definitely play a role on like mental health aspects for people that do it and people that don't do it. So for me, honestly, I felt as if that I was more productive when I wasn't doing that stuff. And I honestly think it could just be a mind game because I think there's research honestly out there somewhere that says that it's actually kind of good for your mental health to do that every once in a while. For me personally, I honestly think, like I said, it just comes down to the individual and how it impacts their mental health. I felt as if it was holding me back. And for my friends that do this, I noticed it like didn't even really impact them that much. I felt as if they weren't as far off from being as happy as I was. If anything, they were the same level of happiness as I was. Alright guys, now like I already mentioned beforehand, I do not watch any sort of pornography or any type of adult content just because I feel it goes against my motives, my morals in life, and I strongly suggest that you guys don't because I know the impact it has on, you know, two people's like relationship, you know, their intimacy and whatnot. Seeing the effects that it can have on a relationship, and I honestly don't want that for myself. Like I said, I try to teach you guys some lifestyle things, some things that, you know, if you want to improve yourself as a person, it'll definitely help you, I swear. I'm not telling you guys to not fap, I'm not telling you guys to restrain from sex or anything. I think all that stuff is perfectly fine, but what I'm trying to say is try to stop the pornography sort of watching thing, because I'm telling you guys it's going to affect you up here too, believe it or not. You can actually get addicted to this stuff. All right, but yeah, that is how it affects my mental health. Like I said, it kind of comes down to the individual, how it affects you mentally. If you honestly are one of those people kind of like me who would always overthink it and whatnot, maybe it's a good thing for you to remain abstinent for a little while. I gotta get home, I'm starving. I've been out here for like 3 hours now, and I think I want to go home and make some beef tacos. So all right guys, now the days that I record, I get pretty hungry on the road, and this is gonna be a little tip for you. And guess what? Chick-fil-A right here, a little Chick-fil-A action. The reason I come here is just because they have healthier options. Like there's like a grilled chicken sandwich, and also it's fire, guys. So my little tip is, normally I would have like protein oatmeal, right? But I came here to get a grilled chicken sandwich, and the reason being is because the macros and calories are very similar. And so what I strongly suggest is like, don't be so strict on yourself. If you can subtract some calories away from, like, you know, let's say your day, let's say like you don't want to have protein oatmeal, or you can't like bring it along with you, just have like a Chick-fil-A sandwich and just take the calories away from your oatmeal and add in that Chick-fil-A sandwich, and just see how much more calories you're up or see how much more calories you're down. Because guess what, at the end of the day, another 100 calories from like a Chick-fil-A sandwich isn't gonna make the difference. Bag secured, just a grilled chicken sandwich, some Polynesian sauce, and the lady at the drive-thru also said my arms are big. I appreciate you, lady, if you're watching this video. You're awesome, you made my day. Now let's get back home and grub up on this sandwich and talk about the last thing that abstinence did for me. Alright, and I'm going to take a break from editing right now. If you guys know anything about editing, this stuff will literally eat away at your brain and make you feel like a zombie. But that's besides the point. And the next thing we're going to be talking about is how my social skills were affected after being abstinent for a whole 2 years. And it's not really so much some of the stuff that we talked about earlier that I was abstinent from. It was just more so like not talking to a girl for a whole 2 years. And literally, I think at one point, my phone was the driest phone on this planet. I literally kid you not. I mean, look, I even have anime as my wallpaper background. Attack on Titan's the best, by the way. And the thing is, I never had any problem talking to any girl coming out of my previous relationship within those 2 years because I didn't have any respect for them. I had as much respect for them as I had respect for all the fake natties in the industry. And the reason being is because after my previous relationship, I was very headstrong. I wanted to focus on myself. I want to give myself some, I wanted to give myself some help because I felt like coming out of my previous relationship, when I was in that relationship, I felt like I didn't give myself enough self-love. I wasn't like selfish enough, and there's a time to be selfish and a time not to be. What ended up actually happening is I started looking at girls as some like problems, like something that's just going to interfere with my life. And honestly, looking back, I kind of think that's a bad thing because, like I said, I started talking to girls very disrespectfully. I wouldn't say super disrespectfully, but I was very short with them. I didn't really like show that I was like a nice guy. I was just very stern. And so there was even points where I was like, why am I single? And then like looking back, I'm like, well, no crap, because I talked to every single girl like I didn't even care about them. And you might be thinking, well, how did this affect your social skills? Because you said you had no problem really talking to them. And this is where I noticed it became a problem, and it wasn't until recently that I noticed this. In the past 2 years, I haven't liked a girl all the way up until I started liking Mackenzie. And when I noticed that I liked her, I didn't even know how to talk to her because every other girl that I had talked to in the past, like I just totally disrespected and like didn't even like care to really talk to. But her, I was like, okay, well, like I don't know how to talk to a girl that like I like and care about, so how do I go about this? And eventually like I got over it. I just had to get used to like what it was like to talk to a girl that I liked again. And what's funny is she always brings up, like literally till this day, she brings up like how nervous I was, like how awkward I was talking to her. But now we're dating and everything is all good, right? But she's still gonna continue to bring it up. And what do I suggest for you guys out there? Do not be abstinent for a whole 2 years from talking to a girl. Like seriously, you don't wanna end up in the same situation I'm in because look, Mackenzie could have not given me a chance. She could have just been out and been like, this guy is too awkward, he's too weird, he doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm not trying to kill your guys' game, okay? I want you guys to be up in the game. I want you guys to get with girls that you actually like. But there are times I will say where my friends are like, bro, like I need to take some time away from like a girl or girls and just like focus on myself. And that's totally fine, but I think 2 years was a little bit overkill. Dude, literally like filming and editing, dude, all in one day, it'll literally kill the living crap out of you. I mean, I love doing it, but man, it does make you tired. So I just wanted to like leave off this video real quick, give you guys my suggestion on what to do, just kind of point out what maybe you could have taken out of this video. I know it wasn't the most informative, it wasn't supposed to be, it was just supposed to be kind of like my experience and what happened to me through that experience. One thing I do suggest though is if you do decide to go abstinent for a little while from maybe everything that I said, do not take it to the extreme, especially the whole not talking to a girl thing. Like seriously, I think that was something bad I really did because obviously, like I said, I was being very disrespectful in the way that I talked to girls. Not a good thing, not a cool thing whatsoever. There is a time and a place for it. So like when I was first getting into fitness, starting my social media, trying to like chase my dreams and whatnot, just start like getting the ball rolling and going and really just kind of like working in the lab. It probably wasn't the best thing for me to be talking to a girl, and that time period was fine. But after like once I had established myself and got myself to where I want to be, I still even had that mindset, and let me just tell you, it was like the most unhealthy thing. I got lucky. I got a girlfriend now that was, I don't know, I guess patient enough to wait for me to stop being so awkward and just stupid, I guess. Looking back, I sounded stupid at some of the things that I would say. I'm like getting secondhand embarrassment from myself. But yeah, all in all, guys, I really hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If you guys want to see more similar content to this, be sure to let me know. I kind of want to get into like, oh, I tried this for like 7 days, or I tried this for 30 days, or I tried this for months. You guys let me know down in the comments. Like, I got to know what you guys want to watch. I literally do, guys, because I want to make content that you guys want to watch. I mean, like, I'm almost at 10,000 subs, and I just want to know what you guys want to watch. So with that being said, be sure to turn on the post notifications as well, because guess what? It'll let you guys know every single time I post a video, especially the videos that you guys want to see. And guess what? With that being said as well, and all of the saids and saids, I will see you guys next time. So strong enough.